Hey guys, it's the Revenger117 here, and today I'm coming back with a new video, and this is going to be a little bit different, guys. I'm going to be talking about the new shooter from Bungie, Marathon. Now, as the title suggests, I think I'm in the minority here, where I'm actually kind of intrigued and actually excited for this game. And the purpose of this video is really to break down how I feel about this game. We're going to discuss kind of like the discourse that's been going on around the game since this reveal. As you guys may or may not know, Bungie released a few trailers, cinematic gameplay reveals, gameplay overviews, as well as a lot of content creators are able to share their alpha and pre-alpha gameplay footage as well as opinions. One nice thing is that Bungie kind of told them to not hold back and really explain and tell everything they can. A lot of the feedback that they said they're giving to us, the viewers, is also what they've been explaining to Bungie as the things they do and don't like in the game. And I feel like I really appreciate the transparency that's been going around the game from the content creator wise. So the purpose of this video is really just to explain how I feel about the game since all of this has come out, because one big reason why is because I am a dang Halo fanatic, okay? Halo is my favorite video game of all time. I know a lot of you guys, especially new subscribers to my channel, you have found me through a lot of my Minecraft content, and I absolutely love that, but I play a lot more games than just Minecraft, you know? Halo was my first ever video game, my first ever video game love, so that's the game that I really opened the doorway to a lot of other games in my life. So because of that reasoning, Bungie being the original creators of Halo, Halo Combat Evolved, 2, 3, Reach, 3 ODST, I always keep my eye out to what they're doing, you know? I always keep my eye out for Destiny stuff. I'm sure you guys know I also made a video on Destiny a while back, a couple months ago. Destiny 2 is a game that I like for sure. So Destiny 1 as well. I just like their types of games, you know. Don't always love them as much as I love the original Halos. I mean, that's just like magic to me, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Now, like I said, I want to break down kind of why I'm excited for Marathon. I have some main points here that I want to go over. The first one being that I am a console player first and foremost. PC is not really my strong suit. I do not own a PC, so a lot of the games that you guys may or may not be familiar with from the extraction shooter genre, which is what Marathon is trying to be. Games like Escape from Tarkov, The Hunt Showdown, Call of Duty even had a extraction game mode for a while with DMZ. DMZ is really the only experience I've ever had with an extraction shooter. And I really like the concept of it. Like, I've always really wanted to play Tarkov, but on console, we do not have Tarkov. That is not a game that we can go out and play. So I always see Tarkov from afar, like YouTube videos and such, and I'm like, wow, this is such a cool game, such a cool concept that I would really love to play on console. But it's kind of hard to do because of, well, the inventory management. Just looking at Tarkov, if you look at any Tarkov gameplay footage, I mean, the inventory management would not look fun on a controller. So, you know, that's something that you have to take into account, but Bungie seems like they really want to go ahead and do that here on the console space and bring that over and kind of casualize the experience, for a better lack of a term. And for me personally, we don't have a game like that on console. I mean, I would love to own a PC, but I don't know. I've never been able to break away from my love of Xbox because it's the first console I've ever owned. Halo was the first game I ever played, so I've just always owned an Xbox. So a game like this finally coming to console, you know, way more deep and in detail that it is, other than DMZ from Call of Duty. You know, this actually has a whole black market economy system. That actually sounds super intriguing and something that I would really love to sink my teeth in when this game comes out. And when it comes out September 23rd, 2025, I would very much like to try it out and see if it's something that I like and would play, you know, often. And I mean, in doing that, I would love to play with people that are out there watching this video. I mean, when that day comes, because another reason why I'm really intrigued in Marathon is I want to use it on my channel, create some content for it. You know, I wanted to make videos on Destiny 2, as I'm sure you guys know. I had a video up on it earlier, you know, in my content creator career, and I just, the only thing with Destiny 2 was just it's so hard to really get into it because there's so much time that I've missed in that game, and I'm the type of player where I just don't like to be pigeonholed to one game in my catalog. You know, I like to bounce around. My interests change all the time, so it's hard for me to stay down with just one game that I have in my library. So, you know, when Marathon comes out, I know I'm going to be super big into it as soon as it comes out. I'm going to want to play it. I'm going to want to make videos. So any of you guys watching, when that day comes, I'll definitely be looking out in my comment section for anyone that wants to play. You know, back to that point of just being a Halo fan and Destiny fan that I am, Halo being my favorite video game of all time, I'm always intrigued into what Bungie is doing next. Bungie, love them or hate them, their track record as of late is not the greatest, but I always have my eye out for them because they make games that I like. I like Destiny. I love Halo. Destiny, I wouldn't say I love just because I haven't put that much time into it as a game like Halo. Destiny being how social it is, I haven't always had friends that have been big into Destiny like I have been. I put a lot of time into Destiny 1 and 2. It's just that, I don't have a lot of people to play with in order to do raids and stuff like that. And a lot of that stuff is like the big ticket items that are in those games. Marathon is bringing a lot of that stuff also here too into their game with, raids, puzzles, quests you can go on in order to obtain loot. Keeping it tight on a three-man team, as well as you can go down to duos and solos. That's very attractive to me. I really hope that later down the line, they haven't really said they are going to do this, but to have committed duo and solo playlists, that would be really awesome because like I said, you don't always have friends to play with in those modes. But Marathon is definitely trying to also be a social game and a very team heavy game, but you don't have to play with other people in order to jump into the experience. They have the option to play solos if you like, but they have said that that's going to be a pretty challenging thing to do. But either way, I'm super intrigued and interested in this game when it comes out, just because I want to feel the gameplay. I want to feel gunplay that Bungie is bringing here, and bringing that to an extraction shooter sounds super intriguing to me, especially on console. A lot of people are really overlooking the fact that console does not have a game like this at all. PC, of course, has stuff like this, so PC players might be a little bit harder to convince to switch over from stuff like Tarkov and Hunt Showdown into this game mode, this game that Bungie is producing here. But beyond console, I have nothing to compare it to. So when it comes out here, I'm definitely going to want to take a plunge because it's really the first extraction shooter. And also, Delta Force is another one that had a pretty big time in, the gaming space. And I thought that was supposed to come out for console, but I don't think it has so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, in the comments. But and also, excuse me if this video is kind of all over the place, but I'm kind of just spilling my thoughts here on the game. There's been so much discourse and just dialogue around this game in the past week since it got revealed that I've been trying to compile my thoughts for a few days now and kind of just spilling this out, spitballing here on the fly. But another big reason why I'm also intrigued and interested in this game is the art style and gameplay. Like I said, just looks, fun. It doesn't look like, there's so many games, especially like, you look at Tarkov, so much like milsim type games. This looks super unique and sci-fi, which I love sci-fi, being a fan of Halo, and also looking back at the Marathon games from old. I mean, their atmosphere and vibe, just being in the sci-fi genre, is just something that I'm always going to be intrigued by. Now, one piece of discourse that has been going around a lot is that, this game is only Marathon in name, which, is one of my hesitancies in this whole rollout, is the fact that if you look at the original Marathon games, this really does not hold much in common in terms of how it looks, how it plays. Marathon, the old games from the 90s were single-player games, much like Doom, actually, and Quake. Those are the games that looked like. This is not that at all, and I definitely understand fans of those older games might have been expecting something different here, but I'm pretty sure Bungie made it well known from the reveal that this was going to be an extraction shooter. That was the whole point of this game. They really upheld the artistic style that they chose since that reveal trailer, and it's a very bold choice. I mean, this game looks super unique, and that's something that I do appreciate. I do get the complaints that this game does not look as, gritty and grungy and dirty as the old Marathon games and just really rustic sci-fi type look. But, I really like, I do have a place in my heart for this hyper polished, super colorful sci-fi world. I do like it. In some ways, it does kind of remind me of Starfield, a recent game that came out, in some of its looks, but, way more colorful and even more advanced than that game. I know people are complaining about the characters' art style, and a lot of the political discourse is coming in for that too, but honestly, I think they look fine. I mean, they're not even supposed to be real humans in the first place. They're supposed to look like androids, not real humans. So, I mean, they're okay to me if they look a little over the top and ridiculous. I mean, I do like their designs. I don't think they look poor in any way, really. To each their own. But the last topic I had here as to why I'm excited and intrigued in Marathon is the fact that the content creation, and I alluded to this earlier, that the content creation for this game, the potential, is something that I really want to go into and dive into for my channel. Because, I mean, like I said, I don't want to be pigeonholed into one game on this channel. I know a lot of you guys are new here, have came over for my Minecraft content, and I hope to always upload Minecraft content. You know, I mean, Minecraft content has been really fun to upload and play. In fact, don't worry guys, my next video is going to be a Minecraft video, so keep an eye out for that. But this is a game that I definitely would like to play for my channel as well, and the opportunities when this game drops to be really into it, really excited for it, get into a new Bungie shooter for the channel. I mean that's something that I'm just interested in. I'm intrigued in. I want to see how it does on this channel. So, but that's my main points really. You know, the console player aspect, the Halo and Destiny fandom in me, the art style and gameplay just looks like it's really nice and fun and polished. Not everything in the game looks nice and fun and polished, which is some of my hesitancy. I mean, the whole argument between free-to-play and price point that they want to deliver this game at is a point of contention that I definitely understand. I go back and forth with, because on one hand, the content that they're promising on release does not sound like enough to be a piece of content that can be priced. I mean, they're promising right now on release 3 maps, 6 characters, like, that's it. So I definitely understand why people would love this game to be free to play, but then I also see the argument of why it being 30, 40 bucks is also super realistic and understandable, because a price point like that, you know, it's nice that it's not full price. We're not spending 60, 70, 80 bucks on this game when it comes out. It'll help keep cheaters out because they'll be less incentivized to play the game since they actually have to actually pay for it. But it being 30, 40 bucks is probably the most this game should be when it comes out, because it doesn't seem like it's going to all be there when the game comes out. They are not, just the Bungie does not seem like it has everything content jam-packed for this game. This game seems like it's going to be a small-scale PvPvE game with a few characters, a few maps. They want to put it out there, get people into the gameplay loop, like what they're, you know, seeing and feeling when they play the game. You know, see if they have something on their hands here where they can build upon it. A player base will be built, a fandom will be built to where they can keep, you know, extending this game's lifespan with more seasons and content drops. If that core gameplay and game mechanics are fun and something that can be enjoyed, you know, I'll definitely stick around for when they release more content over time. It being an extraction, you know, this could be my extraction shooter that I play on console, you know, more often than not, which, I mean, there's no other game in my library that can fulfill that space. So, I mean, hey, I definitely understand it, especially to the console audience like myself. PC audience, you know, I feel like a lot of the discourse around this game is coming from that side, because why would they play something like this that they aren't really even feeling in the first place when they have games like Tarkov and stuff like that? To say this game looks amazing and like I'm so excited for it, I think it's going to be the best game of the year, like, you know, no, I do not feel like that at all. I still have, you know, my things that I'm just holding back on this game to be super excited about, but either way, the stuff that I've seen so far, I'm definitely intrigued. I definitely am intrigued to play this game. And it being a Bungie shooter, I know I'm going to like how it feels. I know I'm going to like how it plays. That is the reason why I'm excited for it, because I know I'm going to be able to jump into it and feel right at home with its gameplay. And its whole new experience to me as a console player in the extraction lane is something that's just, you know, like the title says, why I'm excited for this game. Time will tell if this is the game that, you know, Bungie has here that's really going to bring it back into relevancy. Bungie is such on eggshells, so that I understand the hesitancy from the player base into whether or not this game's going to be good. So that's my thoughts, guys. I really appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'm sorry if I was kind of rambling throughout this video. I did not have much of a structure. I just wanted to kind of spill my thoughts on this game, let you guys know how I'm feeling. And yeah, if you guys want to see more marathon content from me, I will definitely be bringing it. I'm super, super ready to bring some content on this game. So yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. And to my subscribers that have been here, Minecraft video coming out next. So be prepared. All right, guys. Peace.